home watching Huffington Post vlogs. My name is Jason Linkins. Welcome to, I think this is our first post-election vlog. I'm at the home of Honoree Cox, and we are very fortunate today to be joined by Megan Carpentier from Jezebel.com. So there you have it.
And today's first talking point is, I think, the thing we were all talking about all week, which is the stupid liberals.
Right. Now, look, there's this general sort of mood out there. Let me set this up. There's a general sort of mood out there that many pundits on the right are talking about how Obama's decisions in the past week or so have made liberals or the left upset or cry. And the truth is that to an extent that's true.
There are people crying. Matt Stoller is one of them.
Right, but
Hi, Matt.
it's generally dumb ones.
Yes.
Dumb ones.
Yes.
I realize now we just called Matt Stoller dumb, but whatever. Let's
because I think what it is. Well, I mean, there are some whiners out there. I do a chat every week on the Washington Post website, and people submit questions. And this week, a lot of the questions were like, should I be upset or should I be screaming that Obama is not moving forward with prosecuting Bush Cheney for their war crimes? And I'm like, well, you can be upset, and I encourage screaming most of the time. But you know what about the Obama campaign made you think that was going to happen?
Right.
You know?
I mean, I just feel like it's this idea that somehow everything will just go back to the way it was in, October of 2000, and it'll all be, like, perfect and happy, and that the best way to get there is to be assholes. We're
prosecuting, like, no one...
Exactly.
Like, remember how crazy Christopher Hitchens seemed when he said that we should prosecute Kissinger for war crimes? I mean, it's not like this is a normal part of American
I know, we would have
democracy.
to go way back in time. If we really want to set things right with everyone who committed a war crime, that's like a full-time job. And Barack Obama literally has a country to run.
He already has a full-time job.
It's a whole country to run. And there's like a whole, there's a commerce department, there's like crazy under departments.
Right.
That's a lot of stuff.
There's a housing and urban development, there's like a financial crisis I've heard, and a housing crisis, and the auto industry is about to completely die, but we should definitely spend the next 6 months doing nothing but having congressional hearings to talk about what Bush did
how
6 years ago.
awful it was.
I mean, we all know it was awful. None of us are inviting Bush over to their house for Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can we agree on that?
Wasn't the election enough catharsis for anybody?
It was for me. It was for me. I think, and this is where I know that there's sort of a line between me and a lot of people who call themselves progressives, and I don't talk about this stuff so I can win labels like that. I know what I am and what I want. And for me, I like the decision so far because I just want 2 years of boredom. I want 2 years where stuff doesn't blow up just because someone gets a match near it.
Yeah.
I want I think
where
that
there are no hurricanes that come and drown a
I think
city.
that Obama can potentially lay out and actually get support for an impressive agenda if he can demonstrate that the government can walk and talk again.
Walk, talk, and chew bubblegum at the same time.
Right, and not...
Or, settle a financial crisis without suspending his presidency.
Or if it rains on a city, everyone doesn't die.
I mean, just half of the people. I mean, if we could just get to that point, that would be really great.
Well, and also, I hate to go back to this, but I know, because I love bitching about progressives. And that's you, Huffington Post readers, that's you. Which is that...
They will come after us and cut us.
But the idea that Obama was ever going to do anything super progressive, we talked about dog whistles a lot when we talked about Republicans talking to their secret base, their fundamentalist Christian base. Was there a dog whistle at some point where Obama was secretly telling everyone that he was going to install Kucinich as head of the Department of Peace, and that there was going to be the prosecution of the Bush regime, we were going to get everyone out of every country ever?
Yeah, there was never anything like that.
Right.
I think the problem is the Republicans promised everybody that he was the most liberal Democrat since liberal Democrats. And they said it over and over again as though that would convince people not to vote for him, and in fact it ended up sort of being a selling point.
And when that didn't work, he was a socialist and a communist and a terrorist powler around her with.
And now he's just...
Now he's center-right governor. Now he's like, oh, suck it, he's center-right.
Well, let's just say center.
Yeah, let's just...
he's center.
He's center-left. I mean...
I think the strongest thing that came out of the Obama campaign was an idea of general reconciliation and competent governance. And I think that's what Americans bought.
And that's also what I have to say, like, why I thought there was a false drama over his meeting with McCain, because that was so going to happen, I think, from the beginning. Like, I think that there's, like,
These things always happen.
They always happen. Usually it happens so soon. I think the earliest before was sometime in December. But, I mean, I think it's both within their characters. They're both ultimately problem solvers. I know, again, Huffington Post readers won't like me saying anything nice about John McCain.
I'll say...
But they're both problem solvers.
He cooks good barbecue, and he's a handsome dude.
Yeah, and...
well, he was. I mean, then he got old.
He was really handsome way back in the day.
Seriously, yeah.
His son is
no wonder he like had so much crazy sex.
He was close to being a Rahm Emanuel.